So, we are talking about abundance today, and abundance as an energy. So very important in our lives. And just imagine, two people living on the same street in Bengaluru, same neighborhood, similar jobs, similar salaries. One wakes up every morning feeling anxious. Will I have enough? What if something goes wrong? I need more, more, more. And the other one wakes up feeling grateful. I have a roof. I have health. I have people who love me. I am rich. Same external circumstances, completely different lives. And what's the difference? It's not their bank balance. It's not their luck. It's not even their circumstances. It's their energy. And today we are going to explore something that might change how you see everything. That abundance is an energy. But then, what does abundance is an energy mean? So let me be very clear from the start. When I say abundance, I'm not talking about manifestation boards, vision boards alone. Though those can be helpful, yes, of course. But I'm talking about something much deeper. That abundance is not about possessions, which might we feel it's just an our perception. Think of it like a radio. All around, right now there are hundreds of frequencies, FM, AM, radio waves. You can't see, but they exist nonetheless. And your radio can only play when you tune into, right? And if you tune into 95.0 FM, you won't hear what's playing on 98.3. So life is the same way. Abundance isn't a destination. It's a frequency you choose to tune into. Two people can sit in the same room. One sees scarcity everywhere, that I don't have enough time, enough money, enough opportunities, while the other sees abundance. I have choices, I have skills, I have this present moment. Same room, different frequency. And here's what most people don't realize, that gratitude opens abundance, fears blocks it. Let me share a story about Kavya. She's a 19-year-old college student in Pune. She came from a middle class family, not poor, not rich, just comfortable. But she was obsessed with what she didn't have. Her friends had iPhones, she had an Android. Her classmates went to cafes every day. She packed lunch from home. Her college peer got an internship at a big firm. She was still applying. So she was stuck in the scarcity energy. And you know what happens when you operate from scarcity? You push abundance away. She would go to interviews so desperate, so needy that it showed. And she would compare herself so much that she couldn't enjoy anything she did have. And then something shifted. Her grandmom fell ill, and she spent 2 weeks taking care of her. And in those quiet afternoons, her dadi told her stories about growing up during partition, real scarcity. Things were really bad at that time, real loss. And suddenly, Kavya's perspective cracked wide open. She realized, I have an education my grandmom never got. I have freedom she never had. I have opportunities she couldn't even dream of. And that realization was energetic. She started showing up differently, not desperate, not needy, but aligned with abundance. And within a month, she got 2 internship offers. And more importantly, she felt genuinely happy for the first time in years. What changed? Anything about the circumstances? No, only her frequency. And there's an ancient principle that sounds mystical, but is actually very practical. What you appreciate multiplies. Think about your own life. When you complain about traffic in Mumbai, what happens? You notice every slow car, every red light, every auto driver who cuts you off. Your experience of traffic gets worse because you're tuning into the frustration frequency. But what if instead of you appreciated the fact that you have a car, or you are able to travel, or you get to listen to your favorite podcast, yeah, the Kapil Gupta Career Pod Show, during the commute. And suddenly the same traffic feels different. Not because traffic changed, because your energy did. Or take relationships. You have a friend who always focuses on what you didn't do. You didn't call me back fast enough. You didn't remember this. You forgot that. How do you feel around them? Drained, right? Criticized? You probably start avoiding them. And now think of a friend who appreciates you. Thank you for being there. I love how you make me laugh. I'm grateful for you. How do you feel? You want to give more. You want to show up better. And their appreciation literally multiplies the good in your relationship. So, this isn't just feel good philosophy, it's the energetic law. Okay, let me share another example of Arjun. He's a 28-year-old graphic designer based in Delhi, stuck at the same salary for 2 years. Kept thinking, I'm underpaid, undervalued, my boss doesn't see my worth. Classic scarcity mindset. And then he tried something radical. Instead of focusing on what he lacked, he started appreciating what he had: flexible hours, creative freedom, a good team. He stopped complaining in meetings and started contributing ideas from a place of abundance. That how can I add value? And 3 months later, his boss offered him a raise. Not because Arjun demanded it, but because his energy shifted. He became someone you want to invest in. So, abundance energy attracts abundance, and scarcity energy repels it. So, how do you actually live in abundance energy? Now, that's a important question, but it's simpler than you think. But yes, it requires daily practice. So, abundance energies looks like this: peace. You're not constantly anxious about the future because you trust that life is supporting you. Now, that is very important to have that trust. Generosity. You give freely your time, your knowledge, your smile, because there's enough to go around. And I'm sure you'll agree, smiling people look really nice, right? In creative flow, you create and contribute not from the lack of it, that is, I need to prove myself, but from overflow. There is something valuable to share. And it's not about having more, it's about being more present, more grateful, more open. And when you are in abundance energy, you stop hoarding. You stop competing. You stop living from fear. You realize that someone else's success doesn't diminish yours. And there's enough light for everyone's candle to burn bright. A teenager who lives in abundance energy doesn't panic when their friends score higher. They celebrate, knowing their own success is coming too. And that's why in our community, we celebrate each other. A parent who lives in abundance energy doesn't suffocate their child with control. They trust that life will teach them what they need to learn. An employee in abundance energy doesn't gossip or sabotage colleagues. They lift others up, knowing their collaboration multiplies opportunities. And here's a truth that might sting a little. You're not a victim of your circumstances. You're a creator of your frequency. Yes, life is hard sometimes. Yes, there are real struggles, financial stress, health issues, heartbreaks. I'm not dismissing that. But even in those struggles, you have a choice. You can tune into this is terrible. Nothing ever works out for me. I am cursed. Scarcity frequency. Or you can tune into this is hard, but I've survived hard things before. I have people who care. I have strength. I have I haven't tapped into yet. Abundance frequency. Same situation, different energy, different outcome. So here's what I want to leave you with today. What if the abundance you've been chasing is already here, just waiting for you to tune into it? Isn't it beautiful if you are able to tune into the abundance energy? So, starting tomorrow morning, I want you to do something that will shift your energy instantly. In fact, why tomorrow? Start today. Tomorrow morning can be for Mallika ji and Sonal ji because they are in the evening today. The abundance frequency practice. Before you check your phone, before you scroll, before you rush into your day, pause. Take out your journal or just speak out loud. List 5 things you already have that make you feel rich. Not things you want, things you have. Maybe it's I have a body that wakes up every morning. I have a best friend who gets my weird humor. Or even I have clean water to drink. Or I have the freedom to make choices. Or I have this moment right now to breathe. But here's the key, speak them with emotion. Don't just list them robotically. Feel them. Let your heart actually register the gratitude because abundance isn't just a mental concept, it's an energy you embody. And when you start your day tuned into abundance, watch what happens. Opportunities appear, people are drawn to you, and life starts flowing instead of forcing. So you don't need to chase abundance. You just need to remember you are already tuned into the richest frequency of all, life itself. So tune in, feel it, live it. And with that thought, thank you. Thank you, everyone, for joining us today.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.